Hello, my name is Bridgett Fabila, and I'm going to speak about euthanasia and physician-assisted suicide. My big question is, should euthanasia or physician-assisted suicide be legalized in Texas? What is euthanasia? Euthanasia is medical-assisted suicide. It is when a physician helps a patient die. This occurs when a patient has a serious terminal illness such as cancer. It's one that causes the patient a lot of suffering, and the patient doesn't want to continue living this way. One of the most known persons is Dr. Kevorkian. This was a United States doctor that believed that people have the right to decide when they want to die and end their suffering. He was known as Dr. Death. He was even seen on TV a lot and on magazines like Time magazine, and the cover would say Dr. Death. He was the reason that the machine for suicide was invented by him. He named it Thanatron. This machine was used on one of the cases that is most known, was the first patient that used the death machine. Her name was Janet Atkins. She was an Alzheimer's patient, and she asked Kevorkian to end her life with this machine. It was a machine where the patient would get connected to an IV, and he would administer medication that would cause the patient to fall asleep, and after they fell in that deep sleep, their body would start shutting down, and he would use a van which was also known as the death van, and that was where he did that first assisted suicide. It was a medical assisted suicide. Another case was Thomas Yoke, and when he assisted this patient in the medical assisted suicide, he was taken to trial, and he was convicted of murder, and he was put in jail because of that. A lot of people started asking themselves whether he was really a doctor that showed compassion, or if he was a person that was crossing the ethic lines, doing something to help people die. There are a lot of laws, and there's a lot of places that do approve of the assisted suicide. Again, many of the countries and states here in the U.S. still do not approve of it, and I did include some demographics where it shows how it has been expanding over the last few years. Today, more than giving you a final answer about euthanasia, I would like to lead to these 3 questions, and we can meditate on these on our own time. But the first question is, what does dying with dignity really mean? If we think about it, like, everyone will have a different answer to that, and that's valid. Everyone can have their own opinion. The second one is, how far does our freedom go in regard to our own death? Like, are we really allowed to say, if we want to end it because we're suffering? And also the third question that I want to leave you today is, how involved should doctors, laws, and society be when deciding to end your life? Like, should that be something legalized that the doctors may say, like, if you're suffering? I know some of the cases I saw were not only physically related, they were related to like mental disorders like depression or anxiety. And these were young people that were thinking like they had no other option, and they decided to have assisted suicide, and they were not even like in their 30s. So is this something that you feel? How should doctors, law, and society be involved in this when deciding to end your life? Thank you so much for dedicating this moment to the content.